right, who we have here again?
Hello, it's Miles again.
All right, congratulations on top 8 post these Millennia. And what spice do you literally have for us today?
I'm playing Swordsman today.
Oh my God, can't wait to get into the profile. Any shout outs?
Shout outs, DJ, of course, he's been helping me with the build. William, Danny, the boys, Ocean Gang, they know who they are. You, of course.
Okay.
All right,
let's
get right into it. All right, so to start out, Flame Swordsman. Starter the deck, probably the most important card of the deck. Allows him to search for any card, any spell or trap that mentions Flame Swordsman. So generally, I'll get to the card later, but generally you search anyone that you need at any given time. When he gets into the graveyard, it allows you to dump a card that mentions Flame Swordsman, which I'll get into, which is the main target you're usually dumping is Salamander. This card is an equip and also a dump to let you search for any Salamander spell or trap card. So generally you'll be searching for Salamander Fusion. With the Flame Swordsman, you're probably using Flame Sword. Or if you need an extender or an all-around card, I call it the discount wanted because as you can see it has 3 effects in one. This card, it allows you to add any card that mentions Flame Swordsman to hand. So of course you can play it like Wanted in the draw phase to bypass roll and whatnot. If a Fire Warrior battles, you can pop a card. And then if a card targets a monster that's named Flame Swordsman, if a card in effect that targets a Flame Swordsman, you can negate it too. So it's also an archetype protection as well. And it's archetype negate, which is pretty solid. I think this is like probably the second best card of the deck. Little tech, obviously Blaster, my little tech card. This could trigger these 2 when I send them to grave for their effects to get off if I have an extra one of them in hand. And then gift free. General Fire Warrior, equip cards, equip cards that you can, send from field. Also trigger their effects when you get sent from field. Banish the equip to summon himself. Take a monster, gift free. And then hand traps, triple ash, double draw, double finger. Cards are self-explanatory. On to the rest of the spell cards. Because I am a going second build, which I forgot to mention. Super Poly. Card's very important. Y'all know what it does. Droplets, you know what it does. Rhoda. Change your heart. Ironically, have not come up today. Instant Fusion, which gives me an access to Flame Swordsman. Also, failed to mention, these 2 cards allows me to also fusion summon into Flame Swordsman. This one lets me send any monster from my hand or field to fusion summon Flame Swordsman from the extra deck. This one, when I have it equipped to Flame Swordsman, it allows me to summon the ultimate Flame Swordsman as well. Effect that also on this one that came up, I can lower a Fire Warrior's monster attack by 1,000, and then every single monster on the field, on my side of the field, gains 1,000 attack to the end of the turn. So boosting, I can lower this guy to boost probably Fenrir that I have on the field, Giffrey that I have on the field, probably Baster, depending on what I have on the field, even the boss monster himself. Continuing on to back row hate, Lightning Storm, Harpies, you guys know what that does. Consistency boosters, Pot of Pestberry, Durandal. Durandal also didn't come up. I'm playing a 1-off, so to be expected. And then my traps, Triple Empowerment, Salamander with Chain. This gives them an attack boost, and there's also an intrinsic Book of Moon, non-targeting. So I equip it to a Fire Warrior monster, and then I Book of Moon a monster, all within the same effect. And then I can banish it from grave to fusion summon a Flame Swordsman. So that will be it for the main deck. I believe I'm at 41 cards for the main board.
No.
On to the extra deck. Fighting Flame Dragon. Probably another one of the important pieces of the extra deck. Requires a dragon monster, and a Fire Warrior, so can make a decent Super Poly target. You can equip him from the field or grave to a fire flame swordsman fusion monster.
Mm-hmm.
Gives him 700 attack,
Mm-hmm.
and he can attack twice.
Mm-hmm.
The main man himself, flame swordsman. The boss monster, ultimate flame swordsman. While he's equipped with an equip card, he's a quick effect pop, and he burns for 500. He can attack. When he attacks, you can double his attack. But he gets destroyed during the end phase. But there are ways around it. You can play the equip spell too, the Salamander Fusion, if you have it equipped to him.
Mm-hmm.
If he would be destroyed, you can just send that instead, and he stays. As I mentioned, super poly targets, you know, self-explanatory. You guys know, you guys know what super poly does. And then to round off, also didn't come up really too much today. Typhon, Zeus. Onto my sideboard. Now my sideboard was just a work in progress because I kind of just like slap some stuff together when they make me go first. So a little bit of consistency with the flame swordsman stuff. So added an extra of them too. And then since instant fusion is at 1, this is also treated as instant fusion, so I can just reveal ultimate flame swordsman to summon flame swordsman, and I can still continue the combo off that way. Third Finner, the one goes in, the one rivalry, because you know only warriors and I play only fire. D-barrier, you know those matchups, tough matchups that I have. Solemn Judgment, you know, generic going first card, and then the spice of it all that held it together today, Heat Wave. If you want to OTK someone in an OTK deck, please play this card. This card says at the start of your main phase 1, neither player can summon the normal or special summon effect monsters. They're just looking at their hand like, well,
Self-explanatory.
Shit. What do I do? And then on the next turn, I proceeded to get the crack with him and Finner. Him plus Finner equals game.
Definitely.
So that's pretty much it for the deck profile. Simple. Day 1. I'm probably gonna try to Infernoble build, but we'll see how this goes. I might flesh this out a little bit more, being that I like this a little bit. So we'll see how this goes more.
Well, congratulations on seeing you on the channel again. Doing great things, man.
Yes,
Keep
sir.
it up with the deck. And I wanted to try the deck out personally myself, but I'm glad to see somebody in my local region do really good.
Yes, sir. If you want some tips, I got you.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you, man.
All right. Hope to see you more in the future.
Yes, sir.
All right.